We are here today in New York during Climate Week and the UN General Assembly, coming together with CEOs and executives from all walks of life to hear directly from them on how they can help to create sustainable impact through their businesses. As a subsidiary of the Public Investment Fund, New Murabba Development Company has been tasked with creating a new modern downtown in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. In this interview, we will speak to New Murabba CEO, Michael Dyke. Michael, hi, I'm Allison.
Allison, hi, Michael. Nice to see you.
Great to meet you. Let's walk a little bit. Who will discuss the company's vision and how the development will ensure humans and nature can coexist in the city.
Sustainability lays at the heart of what we do. It's fundamental to Saudi Arabia's transformation plans, and it's also highly consistent with the fact that we have a blank canvas, which is really unique. So we're not actually adapting or retrofitting something else. We have the chance to sort of design sustainability in its source.
Inspired by a statement from the country's royal family, New Murabba aims to create a place that thrives in harmony with the environment and cares for all the communities it serves. Tell me about New Murabba Development Company. What's its vision?
Okay, so I guess if we start from the beginning, New Murabba is actually 100% owned by the Public Investment Fund of Saudi Arabia. And ultimately, our vision is to become the world's largest modern downtown. And that's really an amazing challenge and opportunity that we have. We have a physical space which is already part of Riyadh, so therefore we're not somewhere in the middle of nowhere. So we're fully connected to Riyadh today, and we will be tomorrow. But ultimately, we have 19 square kilometers of space, and we'll be developing 27 million square meters of gross lettable area. So it's going to be quite spectacular.
And tell me about the makeup of this area.
Yeah, sure. So we have 18 communities which effectively weave their way around New Murabba, and each one of those communities has a 15-minute mindset, which means that for residents and people visiting those communities, everything is available for them within 15 minutes of where they live, where they work, and where they play. So that's really, really key. It's interwoven with the nature and with the natural topography of the land. So we have wadis, which are waterways that are natural to the kingdom. And all of that sits in perfect harmony. And the beauty for us is we're starting with a blank canvas. At the heart of New Murabba, however, is something called the Murabba. So the Murabba is a modern day marvel. It's 400 meters wide by 400 meters tall by 400 meters deep. So what that means in real terms is if you took 20 Empire State Buildings, put them all together, that effectively is the Murabba. So that sits at the centerpiece, and that is an icon, a modern day icon. And essentially it's made up of residential, where people can live, hospitality, where people can stay, retail, and a number of other experiential attractors. And inside the Murabba is the world's largest immersive experience.
And so obviously this is a sustainable development, everything 15 minutes away. Talk me through more about the sustainability of this
Yes,
creation.
we are very clearly going to be a climate neutral location, and we are creating a place, and that's what's really special about New Murabba. The beauty is that we have a blank canvas. So we're able to actually design in sustainability at source, which is really, really key. So we fully subscribe as the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia to our own climate targets over the long term, but equally those are fully compatible with the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. So with that being the case, we actually are perfectly positioned to truly optimize the nature and the harmony with modern tech and living.
Why is it so important to New Murabba to have that human and nature sort of coexisting in this way?
Look, I think it's really important because ultimately for people to give their best and to be at their best, they need to feel safe and well. And if you feel safe and well, then actually stuff starts to be quite good in life. So the ability for people to live in a park, but to actually not have to take long commutes or drive long distances, to actually go to work, to experience all the things you'd have available to you in a downtown, is what makes it very special. But it's also going to be completely technologically enabled. So it's a city that's born smart. So what that means is that everything will be accessible, everything will be visible, and everything will be available for people to actually physically control from their handsets or whatever else, whether it be controls in their home, whether it be wayfinding around the estate, or even just booking a venue.
Does the New Murabba development represent an opportunity to maybe to educate the local community on the importance of climate action, and maybe not just educate the local community, but maybe educate the world?
I think it does, because the reality is that in order for people to actually act, they need to, I think, first be aware, and then secondly understand what they can do about it. And we're very fortunate, again, in the kingdom, whereby a high proportion of the population is actually young. Now, that isn't to say that if you're not young, you can't get with the program, but at the same time, for young people to really embrace what the climate pledges mean, and to actually embrace it and have that information available to them readily in a way that's actually familiar by way of tech, then it means there's every possibility that people will not only understand it, but they'll be able to take control of it. And I think ultimately we want people to feel proud about living in their place, and actually feel proud about looking after their place.
Looking to the future, what sustainability legacy would New Murabba like to leave?
Look, I think we would certainly want the people in our communities to feel like they actually own their space, and that it's a place where they can genuinely live, work and play and feel safe and well, and ultimately have everything available at their doorstep. And for us, if we can achieve that, and we can maintain the beauty of the natural topography of Riyadh, whilst also setting it against the backdrop of a whole modern estate, then we're really well set for the future.
Such a pleasure learning about New Murabba. Great to talk with you, Michael. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
The vision behind New Murabba is to create a transformative, vibrant, and sustainable downtown that will set new standards for urban development and contribute to the city's future development in line with Saudi Vision 2030. The company is committed to achieving net zero carbon emissions by 2060, following the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia pledge. This involves incorporating energy-efficient building designs, utilizing renewable energy sources, sourcing sustainable materials like green cement, and implementing advanced technologies for monitoring and reducing energy consumption.